Hi class, today we are doing math pages 197 and 198. First Chronicles 16:11 tells us, seek the Lord and his strength, seek his face always. And we seek out the Lord in our prayer time that we do each morning and when we do our devotions each morning and throughout the day. When we look to praying, and we talk to Him. That's our part of seeking the Lord, asking for His strength so that we can get through the days and asking Him to be with us continually, always. And even with our math lessons, we need to seek His face. We need to seek the Lord and His strength. We need to seek His help so that we will understand our lessons. And it's not just in math, it's in everything we do. We need to seek him always. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And today's lesson is adding and subtracting measures, and I'm going to go straight to class practice right now, and I'm going to use what they're showing us up here in the topic box and take it down to this one, two, three, four problems down here, and maybe I'll do two and three, and I leave one to you. I want you to try and work independently. Okay? So, so let's start with number one. And again, I'll say this to you before answering any of your seat work. Make it a habit of reading your instruction first. Okay, don't assume anything, otherwise you'll end up losing marks. Okay, so number one says solve the measurement equations. Now it is always proper, it's always right to show your work, not just your answer, but I need to see how you do it in a very organized way. So let's take letter A. It says 5 gallons plus 16 quarts is equal to how many gallons? Okay, so remember that you cannot add or subtract numbers having different units. Like in the case of letter A, we have here 5 gallons. This is in gallon. And then the other one is quarts. And then we're looking for gallons. So since 5 and 16 does not share the same unit, you cannot add it, okay? Again, you cannot add two numbers that has or have different units. One is in gallons, one is in quarts, so that is not possible. So what are you supposed to do? So the first one you need to do is to convert your units into gallons. Now, why gallons? You have to change everything to gallons because you are looking for gallons. That is what's asked here in this part, your answer part. Okay, so you have to rewrite the equation using the same measures. Again, since the equation is asking for gallons, you are going to rewrite everything in gallons. Okay, now 5 gallons is already in gallons, so you are going to write 5 gallons. Gosh, it's a bit difficult using this annotation. Oh, I hope you can do it neater than mine. Okay, and then copy plus. Make sure that everything is aligned, but in my case, it's quite hard to control. And then 16 is in quarts. You cannot rewrite that since it's in quarts and you have to convert that into gallons. So for this particular thing, you are going to write blank gallons because we are going to work on that later. We are going to convert that. Now this is gallons. Okay. Now don't forget your equal sign to make that an equation and make sure that your equal sign are aligned, and then copy is equal to how many gallons. Oh gracious. Okay, there you go. Okay, next. And then draw a box around the two measures that are different. So 5 gallons is the same, and 5 gallons. Now 16, this is quarts, this is gallons. So you are going to draw a box around the two measures because they are different. Now, please to try to make it neater than what I'm doing. Very good. Okay, so after drawing a box around the two measures that are different, you are going to work the box problem. Now, how are you going to work the box problem? Simple. Okay, don't forget your three-step uh, process on converting simple measures. Okay, whew, that didn't come easy. This time, you have to decide if you should multiply or divide to convert. You are going to convert quart to gallon, so you decide if you should multiply or convert. Is it larger to smaller, where you multiply, or smaller to larger, where you divide? We say that 4 quarts is equal to 1 gallon. If there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon, that means that we are converting from a smaller measure to a larger measure. Okay, and smaller to larger, what is our clue for that? It's Selena or Sarah loves dogs, so that means we are going to divide. So we are going to write here a number 1, how division. So there you go. I wrote division. And then number 2, write how many of the smaller units are in one of the larger units. So we said that in 1 gallon, there are 4 quarts. So this number is what you call the special number. So we have to write S. Well, it has to be smaller than that, but I'm having a hard time controlling my mouse. So look, it looks like Superman. Okay, but we call this the special number. And since in 1 gallon there are 4 quarts, we write special number is 4. Okay, so next one, we have to work the problem. In this problem, you have to divide 16. Now remember, you always have to go back to the original measure, but that measure would be the one that's inside the box, not 5 gallons, because 5 gallons is already in gallons. You need not convert anything there. So you have to look at the measure inside the box. So we have 16. Oopsie. Okay, divided by 4. So 16 divided by 4, okay, is 4. Okay, there you go. I am getting better at this. Okay, and then you're not done with the problem. So you don't write 4 here because that is not your final answer. That is what you call your partial answer. So where are you going to write 4? You are going to write 4 here inside the box. Okay, why inside the box? Because that is what 16 quarts is when converted to gallons. So 16 quarts is 4 gallons. And then do the adding, proceed to addition because it says here addition. Now be very careful with this, okay? So 5 gallons plus 4 gallons is equal to blank gallons. Now you can proceed to addition because each of your number carry the same unit, which is gallons. So 5 is in gallons now, and the 16 quarts is also now in gallons, which is 4 gallons. So 5 plus 4 is equal to, oops, 9 gallons. And you have to put it up here and then check your answers. Okay, so 5 gallons plus 16 quarts is equal to 9 gallons. Pretty easy, right? So we are going to work on letter B. 15 feet plus 3 yards is equal to blank yards. So again, you cannot add numbers when it carry different units. So 15 is feet, 3 is yard. Since you're looking for yards, okay, you have to convert 15 in yards. So you have to rewrite the equation using the same measures. And since the answer is asking for a yard, all your numbers need to be converted. I mean, whatever is different, it needs to be converted to yard. So in this case, okay, you cannot rewrite 15 because it's in feet. So below that, you will write 15 yards. Oh, I'm getting better. Okay, plus, now you can rewrite 3 yards because it's in yards. Okay, uh-oh, let me redo that or undo that. Okay, I made that quick for you. So I tried to rewrite 3 yards here. That is yard. Okay, and I was able to rewrite that because the unit is in yard, which is what's asked of us in the answer. And I also had to rewrite the answer here. Okay, and then you have to draw a box around the two measures that are different. Same measure here. Now this I need to draw a box. I'm sorry. Okay, let me undo that. Okay, I can do that better. There you go. Again, make it neater than mine. I drew a box around these two measures because this is different. This is feet, this is yard. That means we have to carry out simple converting. Okay, so again, you have to work the boxed problem. Write 1, 2, and 3. Presto. Okay, I hope you're able to. Okay, so number 1, you have to decide, okay, on what to do again. Are you going to multiply or divide to convert? Is feet to yards smaller to larger or larger to smaller? We say that in 1 yard there are 3 feet. So that means we are converting from smaller to larger, from a smaller larger to from a smaller unit to a larger unit. So that means Selena or Sarah loves dogs. So here we need to divide. Oops, this is okay. I hope you can see the dots. Okay. And then what's our special number? Here goes the Superman letter again. Okay, and then 1 yard is 3 feet. So I told you never use 1 as a special number. We are going to use 3. And then start to solve the problem, okay? So go back to your original measure. So 15 divided by 3. Okay, I'm going to try to write that down neatly. So there you go. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So now I am going to write my 5 inside the box. Okay, so that goes to show that we have converted 15 feet into 5 yards. And we're ready to add since all your numbers share the same unit, yards. So 5 yards plus 3 yards is equal to 8 yards. Beautiful. So you are going to write it here. Okay, now I told you we'll try 3, okay, but I'm really excited to see how far you've understood this particular topic, okay? So I want you to work on C and D, and please try to compare your answers with the answer key I will be providing later on. But please, before you turn to the answer key, I really want you to try your best, and I trust that you will be able to do it since you are smart boys and girls. I know it. You take a lot from me. I'm just joking. Now, you can replay. Okay, you can keep playing this video. So if there's something you did not understand, you can always go back and try to see which information you missed. Now, you can work on, let me just, wait, okay. So you can work on, oops, let me erase all these things. Okay, how do I do this? So you can work on number 2, divide by 8. You have from A to E, which is very easy. Now let's turn to page 198.